Anyway, here to answer that question, former Democratic strategist Dan Turrentine is with us, along with Fox and Friends weekend co-host Charlie Hurt. All right, Dan, that is your party. Is there anything that you heard me say in that monologue you disagree with?
Sean, I wish there was, but unfortunately, for people like myself and folks that are focused on trying to win races and rebuild our majority, it's horrifying that the party just will not come to grips with the depths of its problems and do the things to get out of it. And you said it earlier, there's two big problems. The first is our leadership, such as it is terrified of being canceled. If they come out and say it's great that the border has been secured, they'll be attacked. If they say that boys shouldn't be playing girls' sports, as Gavin Newsom and Rahm Emanuel did recently, they were attacked. If they come out and say it's great that the police keep our neighborhoods safe and that they're heroic in their efforts, they'll be attacked. And the second part is we continue to have no agenda to help the real lives of real people. It's Trump derangement syndrome and this academic stuff about authoritativeness. Until we come to grips with this and start doing this work, we're going to remain in a ditch.
Yeah, Dan, let me go a little bit deeper here, because the question is, you're willing to say it. Why isn't Chuck Schumer? Why isn't, Nancy Pelosi? Why isn't Hakeem Jeffries? Do you think that Schumer, Jeffries, Pelosi, Democrats, are they silent because they're afraid, or are they silent because they're in agreement?
They're silent because they're afraid. And take the two people here in New York City. Chuck Schumer's terrified of being primaried by AOC. There was a poll 2 months ago. He trails her by 20%. The only way that he could defeat her is to savage the base, right? Good luck being the Senate Majority Leader again if you go to war with your own base. The second is Hakeem Jeffries. He wants to be Speaker if we're able to retake the House. He needs the base. Pelosi has the backing of the base. She always has. But Jeffries is a former corporate lawyer out of New York City, and Chuck Schumer is a Bill Clinton Democrat. Unfortunately, that's not a popular place to be in our party right now. And so we have two leaders terrified of the base.
Yeah, well, I got that. For some reason, we're having trouble with Charlie's audio. All right, last question. I mentioned, and I was going to ask Charlie this question, but because he can't talk to me, which is unfortunate. Can you hear me now, Charlie? Are you there? Are you back with us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, finally, we got Charlie up. Because what I wanted to ask you, and I made the point, when Reagan spoke and said that freedom is but one generation away from extinction, I mean, I know most people's minds in the era of Trump, it seems impossible that this group of people could take over the Democratic Party and then actually win a national election. But history has shown it happens again and again and again, and that there are these dramatic shifts in terms of, ideology, philosophy, governing philosophy, parties that are in power. And that means to me that everybody needs to be vigilant at all times and don't think that, the good times of Donald Trump last forever.
Well, this is not the Democrat Party that our parents or grandparents knew. It's a far cry from that. I have to say, Elissa Slotkin is actually right about this. When you look at somebody like Mamdani, he is the next generation of leadership for the Democrat Party. I think Republicans have also sort of turned to a new generation of politicians, but they're people in the mold of Donald Trump or Donald Trump himself, and that's the next generation of Republican politicians. But for the Democrat Party and going forward, I think Elissa Slotkin is going to have to worry about the fact that she could very well get primaried and be replaced by somebody who is far more in the mold of Mamdani than the moderate that she claims to be. And I think it's really interesting that you have these socialists who are cropping up in places. Where are they cropping up? They're cropping up in places that have been run by Democrats unilaterally for decades. And if you want to know where housing is the most expensive, it's in New York City. And that's why they're turning to socialism. And why is housing so expensive in New York City? Because Democrats have all of these laws that are supposed to lower the price of housing. It doesn't. It raises the price of housing. And then you let millions of illegals into the country and then put them up in hotels in the city and then force taxpayers to pay to put those people up. And then you're surprised that the cost of housing has gone through the roof. Well, these are all Democrat policies, and this is a rejection of their entire platform. And so, that is the future of the Democrat Party.
Dan, that's your party. You're welcome to join us any day you want. We'll roll out the red carpet for you. I promise. I'll get you a meeting with President Trump. You just have to denounce the radicals that run your party, and you're a Republican, and we will baptize you in the name of Ronald Reagan, Newt Gingrich, and Donald Trump.
I wouldn't
kidding.
be allowed home for Thanksgiving.
I might go just for kicks and giggles and watch the turkey legs get fired, across the table. All right, thank you, guys. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.